right, joining us now is TVC News reporter Miyen Akiri, who has been monitoring this incident. Miyen, it's good to see you really this morning.
Good morning.
Now, it wasn't a pleasant weekend at all, and besides your analysis and what you observed there, a lot of videos went viral on how, people scampered for safety, the devastation, the buildings, and even some persons who were roasted alive and all of that. Talk to us generally. What did you see?
It wasn't pleasant at all. Now let's start, from the explosion itself. People living in places like Bagada, Agege, and some part of the Ikeja were also affected.
Really?
Yes. And you want to talk about Surulere and some areas. Now, taking a look at the impact sites, when I visited there, it happened at about past 8 in the morning. And I got a call from the office. I went ahead before the driver and the reporter got there. And for more than 9 hours, the impact spots where the tanker was trying to offload some goods,
The epicenter.
The epicenter. It took more than 12 hours, to put off the fire, which to a large extent was worrisome. I think I'd left there, left my colleague who came around to take over from, what I was doing, Sarah Ayuku. And later there was a tweet that if epicenter fire was put out at about 11:30 p.m. late at night, which was the last spot of fire to be put off. But then from what I also saw that was a bit worrisome was the fact that it took more than 9 hours to have the excavating vehicle to come around and get collapsed buildings and then probably see if there were
get the
people
rubbles
were
off,
trapped,
people who were trapped and stuff.
Before then, at about 2-3 p.m., there were already reports that some people could hear voices of people who were trapped. I couldn't imagine that. And it was really unfortunate. A particular family who were on their way to church that morning, they were in the car and they were burnt alive there. They were taken, to the Naval Hospital base and First Act there, which was, these were things ordinarily, after such experience, even when you think about it, psychologically you feel, man, no, this is something you don't just want to experience. You want to imagine those, who are
one can only imagine
through such. But the biggest worry, was a boarding school, where you had over 200 girls. According to reports, then they were having their mass service in the morning when their school building collapsed. In fact, the only thing I could recognize was the fact that there was a signboard, to show that this is the girls' school. I saw the bus driver who said I would have been one of them, but luckily my wife told me we're having something to do in our church, so I had to attend. So that was why I was not there. But sadly, the principal of the school, Reverend Henrietta, were trying to indeed save, our students who lost our life, which is really unfortunate.
Well, Miyen, we must thank you for painting a picture of how things went down there for us. It's really a troubling time, and it's really a devastating time as well. And we hope this doesn't happen again. Thank you very much, Miyen, for your time.